world's unhinged. There won't be a single bird left in D.C.
Oh, wow. Wiping out a native population on Thanksgiving? That's never happened before.
What did you just say?
Well, I associated Thanksgiving with genocide. It's what young people do.
What do many YouTube commentators have in common? They end up being in drama, creating controversial statements that cause a divide within the internet. I, Drama Llama, have yet to make any statement so far that has caused so many people to flock over out of sheer hatred and make people I don't want to make a video response. Or even worse, try to attack me personally by doxing or harassment. Make no mistake that the community I'm going after has a toxic fan base, and me even talking in a slightly ill tone is word enough for a backlash. But I hold no ill will to the community as a whole, or the creators of the Friday Night Funkin' community, or even the mod's creators. But as someone who enjoys the pure joy of playing as a blue-haired boy who is rat-battling his way to keep the love of his life from being taken away by an overprotective demonic father, I must say that I knew this day would come, where I must put my foot down and point out how I hate the Sunday mod. But why, you may ask? The mod itself is pretty good, the music is awesome, and the art is amazing. You will see. And I know I don't hate the art, or the music, or anything that makes the mod good. It is done well, on par with other great mods. Then what's wrong with it? If you enjoy it, is there some video or you just saying you hate it for some internet clout, you may ask? I'm not doing this for clout, nor is this some video trying to troll others. Hell, there's a good chance this video won't blow up at all, and will be forgotten within the sands of time. I'm here to speak my mind and nothing more. Just like the Sunday mod is speaking its mind in one song. Now you get it? Politics. Oh yes, the moon killer of so many good forms of entertainment. Marvel Comics, Star Wars, Doctor Who, all tainted by wokeness. However, this is different. The game itself, Friday Night Funkin', isn't woke in itself, or even arguably the mod itself isn't woke. What I hate is the character Sunday for what she is. How dare you not refer to them by their pronouns, you may say. And to that I say, I refuse. I am one of the main beings on YouTube that refuses to call someone they them just to appeal to their overinflated ego and their needs for a stranger's approval. So that's it. You're just a bigot, you cry. My response, this is far more complex than a mere identity problem. I'm sure there will be future mods where there will be more gender-neutral folks and tons of crazy identities. Sunday is an entirely different being from the average mod for being the ultimate tool for left-wing identity politics. You see, when someone tries to insert politics in their art, many people, including myself, will challenge and debunk it. It's shocking that I may be the first to point this out within the Friday Night Funkin' community. Knowing this community well, there's a good chance that I will be labeled as a fat, MAGA hat-wearing, basement-dwelling loser that needs to touch grass. There may be some fan art of Sunday smashing my head with her guitar, and perhaps a mod where I get humiliated by the boyfriend. The last one might be wishful thinking though. But I must say this. I do not hold any ill will or intend to harm the creator of the Sunday mod. There's a good chance that Sunday may be a stand-in for this creator themselves, and that's fine. My goal is simple. To criticize Sunday as a character and nothing more. Which means I am not starting drama with the creator. There's even a chance that the creator of the mod may agree what I have to say. But if this video goes viral, a good chunk will ignore my previous statements and will proceed to spread misinformation about myself. But this is what I'm counting on. Go on right ahead and prove me right. Make me famous. So outside my gripe of having to deal with one of those they-them people, she has a poster of Karl Marx under her non-binary flag in the background. Karl Marx, the creator of the Communist Manifesto, and even her song, Marx downright says capitalism is a scam. What we're dealing with is what every Antifa member is like, a non-binary socialist, or even worse, a communist. Her song mentions that the middle class is disappearing and the minimum wage is not enough for school and etc. So, what is her alternative? Communism. Tax the rich. Have it to glorify slavery. Fuck the 1%. Truly, Sunday is the spitting image of entitlement. Her alternative is far worse than you think. According to one source, communism in the span of 100 years has killed over 65 million people, maybe from starvation or cruel projects. You might say that capitalism may have killed more, but capitalism has been around longer. Capitalism goes back to the 16th century, while the creation of communism was created in 1848. The practice would be popularized in Russia in 1917. I don't know the exact death toll of capitalism, but even if capitalism has killed more than communism, it took 100 years what capitalism has achieved roughly 400 years in the making. That even includes slavery. To even be on par with communism, our death toll would have to be around 260 million, or 2/3 of the population of America. Of course, it's a rough estimate, and I could be wrong, but I have my sources, and I'm sticking to my guns. Sunday is your typical leftist whose existence is basically your typical rage against the system archetype, when in reality, she is the system, or rather the system is fighting for her. People bow down and listen because she's a minority. Sunday is a woman with titties, tatas, boobs, breasts, chest balloons, extra meat, milkers, knockers, and many words for titties, who want to ride the coattails of transgenders without transitioning. Clearly, someone who is nothing but an entitled brat. And that is why I hate Sunday, because she's the spitting image of your typical leftist. Now, if this mod was in favor of capitalism and had a Donald Trump poster, would the fans ignore that and just enjoy the music? Chances are that the creator would be crucified. Just look what happened to Scott Coffin. He donated money to Trump and everyone lost their minds on Twitter. You're not allowed to show any support for the right wing lest you be labeled as a racist, sexist, homophobe, or any other is. For them, there is no middle ground, which is why despite being a centrist, I have a right-wing lane because the left wouldn't allow it. There is nothing else to add to this, since we're dealing with a fictional character, which is another reason why I'm not to call her by her pronouns. So, if you want to defend the honor of a fictional character, then by all means do so. I'll be laughing and cringing with so many others. I will move on and focus on other people like her Flufflefer, who wants to mate with animals, and just like the Sunday Lord, another insane leftist. I've spoken my mind. Do what you will with the information. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go outside and focus on the next hit piece. I am Drama Lover, and I will see you soon.
What do you want? That I should starve?